Hi everyone, 9:30 p.m. here in New York. Welcome back to my vlog. This is my life because guess what? This is my life. So as you all know, for those of you that did watch the video that I posted about my heart palpitations and stomach problems, I've been dealing with that all damn day. I've been in bed most of the day. But let's talk about my head pressure, and that's something I've been dealing with all day as well. I've been battling that right and left all day. Now, for some reason this does not want to go in that ponytail, right? What does my head pressure feel like? Well, what it is it's like my head's in a vice grip, okay? And I've been dealing with head pressure and head pain for probably about 10 years, maybe. I didn't get it actually looked into until 2019. Well, anyways, what it's like is it's like my head is in a vice grip. It's like getting crushed. And the pain is like a crown. It's a crown. It goes all the way around my head. And then what it does is it does go down my neck and it goes into my back. And that doesn't help me when pain goes into my back because I have a misaligned spine. So I'm already struggling with back pain. So nothing that doctors have prescribed me and over-the-counter medications have not worked. They have not worked for me. And I hate taking these medications all the time because it seems like I'm in pain all the time, and it seems like I'm taking these over-the-counter medications all the time. For the longest time, I was taking NSAIDs, and what that is that's ibuprofen, acetaminophen, and it is aspirin. What do NSAIDs do to a person's stomach lining when it is being overused, like I overused it? Ding, ding, ding. It destroys your stomach lining. It causes an inflammation of your stomach lining. It eats at your stomach lining. Hence, why I have problems with my stomach, because of overuse of NSAIDs that I was told to use to help with my head pain because they said it was just a headache. So take it as prescribed, blah, 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 like it says on the label. And you know what that did to me? That destroyed my stomach lining. Now I live with permanent inflammation because I highly doubt there's anything in the world that is going to cure that damage that's been done for those years. And I have to deal with that now because nobody told me that it was going to really do damage. Yes, it says it irritates the stomach, but where in the freaking label does it state that it'll destroy my stomach lining and cause inflammation and I'll be living in pain for the rest of my life because of it? Nowhere. So that's why after being on so many different medications, that it was in talks for me to get the Botox injections. Now, I was a little sketchy about that because, thinking about these needles going in my head, okay? And I hate needles. Ignore that I have a whole bunch of fucking tattoos all over me. I am my husband's canvas to practice tattooing on. Ignore that. Have you ever heard that that's a mental health thing? Okay? I'm mentally unstable anyways, so why not just tattoo the heck out of me? But I hate needles. The reason why I hate needles is a needle at the hospital, doctor's office, whatever, goes in deeper than a tattoo gun does. Sorry, not tattoo gun. We don't use the word G-U-N. We say machine. They're not a gun. It's a machine. Well, it was a tattoo pen. Anyways. Scare the shit out of me, cats. I get scared very easily. Can you knock that off, please? See, PTSD. I get startled very easily. You'll learn about that in a whole nother video, okay? Anyways, as I was saying, it was put into talk to get Botox injections, and they gave me a chance to think about it and whatnot, and I finally came up with my decision, and I said, none of these medications are working. I have done some research. Let's go for it. And they said, okay, well, you'll have to have a consultation And what they'll do is they'll ask you a bunch of questions and see if you are approved to get Botox through your insurance company, if you qualify for actual Botox itself. Because even if your insurance doesn't cover it, you can pay out of pocket, which, do I look like I'm rich? I live in a room. Well, a semi-studio. Do I look rich? No, I'm not. I'm on the low end. You know, I'll be glad when Trump gets into the, you know, the White House so I can have groceries again and be able to afford them. Well, anyways. So they said we'll have to have the consultation. And then after the consultation, we got to wait to hear back from your insurance company to see if they'll approve you. And then you have to see if there's any copays or any out-of-pocket expenses. So I'm like, okay, all right. So before my consultation, I decided that I was going to go online on YouTube and look up videos about Botox for migraines, what it can help, how many injections you're supposed to be getting, where the injections are going to be, and what to expect after you've had the injections, like side effects, any pain or anything that you're going to have after you get the injections, how often you're to get the injections, and how it's done. So I watched those videos, and what it is how many of y'all have had one of those TB shots for work? Okay, a lot of people in healthcare have to get it, the tuberculosis thing, where they just put a needle right under your skin and they let it bubble up, and then you go back and they check it to see if it went down, to see, it goes down, then obviously you don't have it. I actually have a scar because it seems like they do it in the same spot every time I've had a TB done. So, well, anyways, it's just like that. It's a little needle, it goes under the skin, it bubbles, okay? And they said there could be some bruising, there could be like some drooping. I'm not too concerned about that. He said that, your first time going in, you could end up with, really bad migraines because your body's getting used to it, just like any other medication. And the thing is that it can actually get rid of my worry lines. So I won't have any expression in here. That's another thing they said. You might not have some expression in the top part of my face. So hopefully I can still make my weird faces for y'all. All right. Well, here's the thing. You get the injections across here. Okay? Across the forehead. It'll be in my temples. All right. Then it'll be in the back of my head. I'll get a whole bunch back there. And then along here and along here, I will get them. It's a total of 31 injections. So I was watching videos of it being done and everything, and I'm like, my husband better be holding my hand during this. That's a lot, but I think I can handle it. I think I can handle it, because you know what? If this actually helps me, it'd be a damn miracle. Please let me get a miracle for once in my life. Well, anyways, then it came down to waiting to... Did that not charge? My ring light just went out. I had this attached to the bottom of my camera because my big ring light, I can't plug it in because there's no outlet over here. So I had this at the bottom of my cell phone helping me, but see, apparently it did not charge all the way. Alrighty then, but like I said, bloopers are always going to be in my videos. I don't edit. I don't have time to edit, so you get the real deal. Anyways, back to my Botox injections after my ring light, my mini one, decided to interrupt me. Well, anyways, then it's time to wait. How was this on a charger all dang night and it didn't charge? Okay. We're gonna be without a ring. We're gonna be without a light right now because I don't know how to turn the flash on in this app. Well, anyways, then it's time to wait. So it's like do 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 do. Okay, so I got the phone call from my neurologist office. They said, "Hey, Abby, we need to schedule you for your first session of your Botox injections." I'm like, yes. Oh my God, I've been waiting months to hear back. Then I said, "Do you have any clue if my insurance company is covering it? Or do I have to pay copay? Do I have to pay anything out of pocket? Because, you know, I am poor as shit here." So they said, "Just give your insurance company a call and see, you know, if you have any out-of-pocket expenses." I'm like, okay, I'll go do that. And if by any chance I cannot afford to get this done, which will really suck, they did mention another option for me, which would be another shot. And I already had one shot that did not fucking work. I was not going to go for another one. And see, I stabbed myself in the stomach. I may have some fat there, but that bitch hurt. Believe me, I've done some videos, and if I can find the video, okay, I will share it here on YouTube. I will share it right here on YouTube because it's funny. It's funny watching me flinch and be like, because my husband ain't there to hold my hand. All right, so call the insurance company, and I don't like talking on the phone. I hate talking on the phone because I don't know. I hate answering my phone. I hate talking on my phone, and I'm thinking that it stems from the fact that at 4 o'clock in the morning, the day that my dad passed away, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. My sister gave me the call that Dad had passed away, and I think that started my fear of answering the phone because I'm always afraid that it's going to be something bad on the other end. Like, that's like saying to somebody that suffers with anxiety, it's like, I need to talk to you about something. Dude, don't ever say that to somebody that struggles with mental health problems. No, don't say that, because then we are thinking things in our head and we're thinking negativity. Negativity is in our head. We're not thinking, you know, maybe there's something that you just got to talk about, you know. Talk about what's going to be for supper, or hey, do you want to order a pizza, or whatever. But don't ever say that to somebody that has mental health problems, especially me. Especially me. I hate when my husband does it. Like, then it gnaws on my head until he gets home, and if he works doubles, then I'm like, what does he want to talk about? Oh my God, what does he want to talk about? All right. Anyways, about that. So, I called the insurance company, and you already know from the video that I got approved. Okay, you already know I got approved. So, I talked to the insurance company, and I said, "Is there any out-of-pocket expenses that I have for the Botox?" They said, "No, you're fully covered." I go, "I don't have to pay anything?" "No, it's paying for the whole thing. You're approved." I'm like, huh? I'm approved. Wow. Okay, I was worried that I was going to be having to find $1,000 out of my ass, but hey. So I got a hold of the insurance, not the insurance company, I got a hold of the neurologist office. Said, "Let's make that damn appointment." I got approved. They're paying the whole thing. Let's get me scheduled. So just going through it. It's like, "Well, I can get you in on November 20th. I'm like, "What day is that on?" She goes, "That's a Wednesday." I go, fuck. "What times are available?" "Well, we got a 9 o'clock, we got a 10 o'clock, we got an 11 o'clock. We got a 1 o'clock, blah, blah, blah." Okay. I'm like, "Oh, is there any other day available? Do you have any Mondays available?" She's tapping on the computer. "No, it doesn't seem like there's anything available on Mondays, and everything seems to be morning shift, you know, morning scheduling." And I'm like, oh, fuck. Because my husband works days on Wednesdays. So I'm like, oh my God, this is not happening. This is not fucking happening to me. anyways, I'm like, okay, what did you say was available again? It's like, well, 9, 10, 10, 20, 11, and 1. Like, oh God, I hate mornings, but can you put me in for the 10:20? She's like, okay, so click, 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 click. Okay, I have you in for the 10:20. Like, okay, so hopefully my husband can switcheroo some things for me. Luckily, my husband is able to switcheroo some things. I'm going on the 20th for my Botox injections, which ironically, November 20th is actually Cosmetic Botox Day. That's kind of funny. Well, anyways, so that's scheduled. And we're praying, we hoping, we got fingers crossed, we're crossing everything that we can, and that it works. Right, so let's go back to the pain. What can trigger my head pain? Okay, I'm supposed to wear glasses, but because my head pain is so bad, I cannot wear my glasses because I can't see out them half the time. Well, anyways, what can trigger my head pain? Lights being on can trigger my head pain. When I go into a store and those fluorescent lights are on me, boom, it's a bomb going off in my head, because other than the lights hurting my head, it gets my panic disorder going, it gets the heart palpitation going, it's just a nightmare. So when you see me wearing those purple lens glasses, that's because the lights are bothering my eyes, which I should probably be wearing it now because I cannot stand that light. I hate it. That's why we have little lights. There's my husband's. That's why we have little lights in our room. Oh, anyways, another thing, dehydration. And the thing with dehydration is, well, luckily we're in a room that now has more ventilation because it has 5 windows, unlike my other room only had 2, and very poor ventilation. Here, now the heat's on, so I got a lot of dry air, so it doesn't feel like air is moving around. That's why you hear a lot of fans behind me. Got my box fan. Air purifiers because of my mold allergy. I got a fan over there that I just fixed that was going to get thrown out. I fixed that. That's on my husband's side, and I got a little one on my side. That just means I need to drink more fluids. I learned how to make a homemade electrolyte drink. I think I did make a video about that where you guys could ask me for the recipe and I'll give it to you. Kitty, what are you doing? Goof. Another thing, stress. I've been stressed a lot lately. One of my major stressors is my toxic ex mother-in-law. You know why I call her my ex mother-in-law? She's not literally my ex mother-in-law, but you know why I call her my ex mother-in-law? Because she's not my mother-in-law. That is not my husband's mother. She is not a mother. Okay, she's an egg donor. Okay, she didn't even raise her children because CPS took them away from her psychotic ass. I'll get into that one of these days. It's a good story. You'll love that one. I'll get my husband involved on that one. Of course, we got a couple coming up about that toxic woman. Well, anyways, her psychotic ass and her stalking and her messaging my husband and all the bullshit we've gone through with that woman for the past 3 years with her, that has been a lot of stress, trauma, whatnot on me. Going to court because her dumb ass, taking her ass to court, not the other way around. So stress can really cause it. Another thing can cause it is what you eat. What you eat can cause you to have head pressure. Certain things that cause you to have heart palpitations can cause you to have migraines, because high blood pressure or heart palpitations can cause head pain. What are some things that can cause your heart palpitations? Laying on your left side can cause heart palpitations. Why? Because when you lay on your left side, everything's falling, and the way the heart lands, yeah, look it up. laying on your back for too long, that can cause heart palpitations. So yeah, you there really is no right way to lay without getting heart palpitations except to elevate your head. Elevate it. I'm supposed to be elevated because of all my head pain. Get away from here. Sodium and MSG. I eat a lot of ramen noodles because I'm poor. I shouldn't be. It's not good for the gut. And the sodium and MSG in those little packets. Did you know that on the back it does say that you're only supposed to use half of that packet? Yeah. Did you know why? You don't make the whole thing. Did you know there's 2 servings in one little packet of ramen noodles? Here's the thing. I use 2 of those in my Japanese bowl. Yeah, I got a cute little Japanese bowl with chopsticks and a ladle, blah, blah, blah. My husband got it. You know, that's 2 servings. That's not 1 serving, that's 2 servings. I think that's why if you look at your ramen noodles, it's like folded. Take it apart, you got 2 servings. I didn't know that. I don't pay attention to instructions. Anyways, I don't even know what time it is, so give me a second. No call from my husband, no text, so I wonder if he's getting out late. Anyways, gluten, because gluten can cause stomach problems, which can cause heart palpitations, which can make your head hurt. And yes, that does say sarcasm in the periodic table. That's not exactly where they land. It's just supposed to be funny. So you're probably thinking to yourself, why are you so worried about this head pressure, this head pain? You know, everybody gets them. Everybody gets them. My father. Ever since I was little, my dad struggled with head pressure, head pain. This man would take icy hot and put it across his forehead. Why he would do that is beyond me, because I guarantee that shit get in your eyes, that gonna hurt. I mean, I've done it. I'm not blind yet. He had a lot of head pain. And I'm thinking it's because he worked in a factory where it's loud and, you know, everything. And my dad never wore earplugs. Well, my dad being Native American, yes, we are Native American. I may be white as Casper, but we are Native American, okay? You should see my dad, very tan man. Anyways, it's the European side that got me this color. Because that came from mom's side, because mom's European and Native American. We Cherokee. Guarantee if I did the whole testing thing, I'd be considered to be able to live on a reservation, which that would be kind of cool, but I'd probably get looked at funny for being so white. Anyways, my dad was the kind of person that didn't go to the doctor. Now you're probably thinking, well, did your dad ever go to the doctor at any point? You know what sent my dad to the doctor? I don't know if it was a stroke or a seizure, but he was having problems with his heart. I think it was a stroke. No, not a stroke. I think it was a seizure. Anyways, dad ended up in the hospital, and come to find out he was having problems with his heart. He ended up getting a stent put in his heart. They did a lot of testing, found out my dad had Parkinson's, which my dad had tremors as long as I can remember. That's where I inherited mine. We'll talk about that another time. And then they started to concentrate because of the seizures. They had to look at his brain. And that's when they found he had a brain tumor. had a tumor on the brain. They looked at it, said it was benign. They said, hey, we'll set you up with surgery, we'll get it removed. So who knows how long my dad had that brain tumor or whatnot. Nobody has a clue. Because brain tumors, they can stay dormant and not do anything to cause concern that you have one. I'm always afraid I have a brain tumor because of my father. I'm going through the same shit my father went through. The animals are awake downstairs, and I don't mean animals, I mean the idiotic neighbors. Well, anyways, my dad went in for surgery on Christmas of 2016. I was there after my dad got out of surgery. They had shaved a little bit of hair my dad had, because my dad was like bald right here. He had a tube that went into his nose to help him breathe. And he had, you know, stitches and everything where they removed the tumor. Sadly, when they went in and removed the tumor was not benign. It was actually cancerous. My father had brain cancer. He was in stage 4 by the time they found it. We were told we have 6 months with Dad. He lived the 6 months, and he left us on May 13th, 2017. And because of my dad dealing with so much high pressure, and he's having those migraines all the time, and nothing helped him, it scares me. It scares me because I'm going through the same thing my father did. And it terrifies me because I have neurological problems, and I do not need to add something like that on top of it. And I don't know how my husband would react if it came out that I had something like that I had a tumor on my brain, or that I ended up with brain cancer. I don't know how he would handle it. And I don't know how my family would handle having to go through that again. So when doctors are refusing to do imaging, MRIs, CAT scans, anything of my brain, it scares me, because I'm like, dude, my pain is the same as my father's. He neglected to see a doctor, and he found this out. Whereas I'm not neglecting to see a doctor. See, that's the one thing I'm doing. I am not neglecting to see a doctor about this, and I'm actually afraid that the Botox injections are not going to work because there's something seriously going on, and that's because of my father. My father. I gained all of his neurological problems, and I also got chronic head pain. So tonight I took my digestive enzyme, and calm down. I took the digestive enzyme, I took my pantoprazole, I took my ginger root, and I took my acetaminophen, my head pain. But the other 3, that's for the stomach problems that I have, and I'm supposed to be taking them before I eat. I'm making some loaded baked potato soup with broccoli and cheese with more potatoes. Yes, it is from a can. I do know how to make those homemade, but unfortunately I do not feel like pulling out a crock pot and making that homemade. Plus, I don't have all the ingredients that I need. Anyways. So anyways, my head pain is starting to go away, which is really a good thing. I did message my husband earlier to see if he can bring me a cold caffeinated drink home, because that does help with my head pain. I can't have coffee, regular coffee, because of my tremors. I'm not allowed to have regular coffee. I have to drink decaf, which really sucks. I did forget to make my cold brew to put in the fridge, but oh well. I can do that tomorrow. So I'm wondering what's going on with my husband. He might have just decided to get in the car and just head home and just forgot to give me a call or text me or whatever. Or I'm going to get a text saying, you know what, we just got out. It really sucks. I hate Fridays. I'm going to hate the weekend too, because it gets out at midnight. So the head pain is starting to go away, which is really good, because I hate going to bed with the head pain. But heart palpitations did go down. That's a good thing. That's a good thing for me. But once I start eating, we will see. So talking about my parents' death is really hard for me to do, especially when it comes to my mom. That's going to be the worst. So yeah, somebody that struggles with migraines, head pressures, or anything, it is life draining. It'll keep you in bed. Like I said, I've been in bed ever since I was playing with the cats earlier today, which was around lunchtime. I've been in bed. And I did get some sleep, which is good, because I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning and just did not go back to sleep. I don't know why. I just was not feeling it. And probably the fact that I do struggle with insomnia, but that's something I'm going to be talking about a little bit later, because remember, I did promise in the beginning that I was going to talk about my life, like my past, and you know what I go through. So I'm going to let y'all go. I need to get something to eat, and my soup is done. I might have to reheat it, because that was done like half an hour ago. But I'll let y'all go, and hopefully my husband will be here soon so he can eat. And I am going to lay down and probably watch some cartoons, because like I said, with my head pain, I struggle with light and sound sensitivity, and unfortunately I can't watch a lot of things on TV or my cell phone, 'cause we have a TV, just don't have any internet for it, because we have a Roku. I have to watch cartoons, because I can't have anything that's like really flashy or loud, so it really sucks. So I'll let y'all go. I gotta move this ring light back over there, and hopefully my husband will be here soon. So let y'all go. So bye for now. See y'all tomorrow.